Hey everyone, welcome to What the Freak. You know, I've been trying the nice girl approach for so long, and reflecting on my journey as I was learning these things and going through facing my shadows, my demons, my dragons, and realized it was the patterns were so deeply ingrained that it really took a lot of 2x4s to the face for me to wake up to them. And it took those who actually really genuinely gave a shit about my well-being to tell me, because I was so used to being, told I was wrong or challenged or whatever. I was just very defensive and reactive and wasn't really listening. So when people came along who actually do have my best interests at heart, I listen, because then I know they're sharing for my well-being, my benefit, my growth, whatever, healing. And, Occam's razor, the simplest answer is usually the correct one. Truth is simple. Truth is math, right? Simple math. And I realize a lot of people are are judging what I've been sharing. So for everyone's benefit, I will break it down in simple math so that we can go from there. See what comes of it. Einstein said, if you can't explain it to a 6-year-old, you don't understand it yourself. So I'm sharing this in just a very straightforward, simple way for people to grasp, and do with it what you will. Just be aware, right? And he also said, we cannot change from a level of the same conscious that the problem was made. We cannot solve a problem if we're trying to solve it from the same level of consciousness that created it. Okay, first of all. And, it's deep shit at the same time when you get it. It's freaking hysterical, epic joke. Because how did we get where we are? Our choices, right? Even if we listen to other people, we made the choice to listen to them, regardless of what they told us. We chose to believe them, regardless of what they told us. It was our choice as to how we got where we are currently. And what is the definition of insanity again? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And I'm being judged. And act like I'm the crazy one. When we have no one else to blame for where we are. And if we aren't showing up for ourselves and doing something about why we're making the choices, how are we expecting anything to change if we are not making the changes for ourselves? We want everything to be easy. Growth doesn't happen in easy. And then you may not desire to grow, and that's okay. Here's the thing. You decided not to do anything about your situation. Are you unfairly taking your triggers out on other people because you refuse to regulate your emotions or learn how to regulate your emotions or make the changes to do something about how you feel? because only you have control of that, and nobody else can do it for you. And that's been a lot of the issue with the programming, is how we're kept codependent and waiting for a savior or somebody else to fix shit for us. And it's not going to happen. We have to fix it for ourselves and make the choices necessary to do it. So why are we making the choices that we are? Why are we coping? Why are we projecting? Why are we assuming? Why are we believing what we're believing? Why are we feeling how we're feeling and thinking what we're thinking? Have we ever stopped to consider where our thoughts come from? What we believe, what we feel, what we think, where all this is coming from? Are we stopping to think at all? And about our own life and choices and trajectory? Or are we avoiding the accountability and responsibility it takes? And we want to outsource that to other things or other people or other means so that we think we're avoiding it. And when we refuse to face that we made those choices and that got us where we are, and stop blaming everything and everyone else, then we start to understand ourselves and why and how we're creating what we are. Being accountable is a superpower. Being responsible and disciplined, it's not to say it's easy. I'm not perfect at it. I am not perfect at this. What I'm saying is we can be in a lot more peace when we stop looking at the stories in the way we've been taught to look at them, and look at all the stories as what we can learn from them, and let go of the rest of it, and stop letting it separate us and keep us distracted and keep us from the inevitable truth that we're creating it with our thoughts, our feelings, our words, which is our thoughts in our head, our language that we're using and how we're using it. Wars have been started over words. Lives have been started and ended over words. Words and how they were used and the intent that they were used with. When we're just going around not taking this shit serious and not listening and wondering why we're where we're at. What are we doing with our words and our choices, which is our free will, that is showing up through our experiences because of our choices? And if we're making unconscious choices based on limiting beliefs, patterns, certain behaviors, language patterns we're in that are affecting our perception, which is affecting how we're feeling, which is affecting what's showing up and who we're surrounding ourselves with and how we're impacting them. And it's a choice to do something about it. And it's a choice not to. And we're showing by our choices who we are, who we're choosing to be. And we're focused on all these other people and what they're doing and all this other bullshit that is out of our control anyway. So why are we even focused on it? It's a fucking distraction to keep us from paying attention to what we're creating already. Reticular activating system carries out what we're focused on. Just, I was pregnant. I was like, so all of a sudden saw all these pregnant women. Why did that happen? I was focused on the pregnancy. So all this pregnancy stuff started to show up. Well, if we're focused on what we don't want, it's going to show up. If we focus on what we can't do, we're never going to see solutions or solve problems. People can do whatever they want. I'm simply here to share a perspective to save people time, money, and energy and wondering why their life is where it is and what they can do about it when we choose. Just remember it's a choice and do what you want. Is it a conscious choice? Why are you making it? Is it something that's going to benefit you, or can we start creating new habits and making different choices? Most people run from the level of accountability and responsibility it takes. So they stay complacent and they're not really living, they're just existing. And when we realize we're already creating it, why are we still avoiding it? Especially when it's impacting our children, each other, our relationships, our choices, each, that we're trying to blame and outsource and project on other people as though it's their fault, when we have the choice to listen or not. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I just thought nice girl wasn't getting the love, and I desire to demonstrate love by sharing some truth, a perspective from experience, and do what you choose. I'm all about people expressing and free will. How is it impacting others? Because if we're not doing anything about our stuff and we're unfairly projecting on others, it's impacting both of us negatively, energetically, hindering our ability to manifest what we desire in life. Everybody talks about wanting to manifest more and better. Apparently they're leaving stuff out of that equation. Law of cause and effect, law of attraction, law of karma. There's more than just the law of attraction at work here. So let's start making some changes. Doesn't have to be difficult, it can be easy. It gets easier. Simply making that choice and having a support system, again. That's why we're here. And to help share some people can call tough love, and at the same time, we are who we surround ourselves with. True story. One story. Universe. One verse. We can learn from all the stories and realize it's all one story when we choose to remember.